We have 4 exit strokes and 5 types of entrance strokes, and we're going to look at how to combine each one. So we're going to look at this connecting to here, looking at all of those combinations, and then the underturn, looking at all those combinations, and so on. So let's start with the most basic connection, which is from an exit stroke to the basic entrance stroke. So I'm just going to take a letter from each category. So we're going to connect a letter from group 1 of the exit stroke to group 1 of the entrance stroke. So let's take G and I. So I'm going to write these 2 letters next to each other, and then I'll show you how to connect this basic connection. So there's a G, and there's an I. And this is the most basic connection because the exit stroke of the G and the entrance stroke of the I are the exact same shape. So when you connect them together, the exit stroke of the G just becomes the entrance stroke of the I. So that's the simplest connection of all of them. Now let's look at an exit stroke to a partial entrance stroke. So let's see, let's look at F to A. So this is the basic F, and here's A. So when we combine these together, the exit stroke of the F goes all the way up to the header line, but for the A, we don't go all the way up to the header line, we go a little more than halfway up. So when we connect them, the exit stroke of the F we want to end before we get to the header line. So I'm going to be thinking about what letter, as I'm writing the letter F. Normally I would go all the way up, but in my mind, I know I'm connecting to the letter A, so I'm going to stop about halfway up, so that when I do make the connection, we're connecting to the letter A the right way. Okay, so that's number 2. Now entrance stroke to an exit stroke to an extended entrance stroke. So one of these letters, let's do P, and then this group we have R, S, and C, so let's do R. So P plus R. This P is a normal exit stroke, and then the R goes above the header line. So when we combine them, we just extend the exit stroke of the P to become the entrance stroke of the R. And then finish off the R. The second last connection from the exit stroke goes to the overturn. All right, so we need to pick an exit stroke from group 1 and one of these letters. So let's do S to M, like in the word small. Okay, so we're gonna do the letter S, the normal exit stroke, and then the letter M starts with an overturn. All right, so here we're only curving upward, and on the M we're curving the opposite way. So when we combine these 2 strokes together, we want to think about transitioning from going up to thinking about going up and then start curving over. So we're exiting the S like a normal exit stroke, but once we start getting here, instead of continuing to go straight up to the base or the header line, we need to start curving over and coming down. And that's all in one motion. So I should have continued over here. So this is one stroke and this is one stroke. So when you combine them, it becomes up and over. You do that all in one motion. And then finish the M as usual. All right, and then our last connection is from an exit stroke to a compound curve. So from group 1 here to group 5 here, let's do P to Y, or let's do P to Y, like in the word happy. So the P ends with an exit stroke and the Y starts with a compound curve. So we have this shape, and then that's one stroke, and then the compound curve is all one stroke as well. So when we combine them together, this section of the exit stroke becomes this first section of the compound curve, and we think of it as combining into one stroke. So we exit the P, but then about here we need to start thinking about turning over and making the compound curve shape. So this is all one stroke. And then a Y. Okay, so that's all of the letters that end with a normal exit stroke. Okay, now let's go on to the next group.